Just so you know, I watched as your life took a turn from the worst from birth. The anger around you, the generational curse, those fragments of pain you still hold in your worth are your strength to move forward and to fight in the uphill battle of life all the way to the edge with the two-edged knife. See, you were born and then bred to make something great of yourself, but not just great. You're far greater than what you've been told. You're good enough and even better than the brokenness that you hold. You're a miracle. I have my plan, but your purpose would all stem from neglect, from torment, the pain of abuse that you'd get. But when I tell you that you're beautiful, it's your most inner self being, and the outside encompasses the shell you were dealt. But the inside, I see the most vulnerable parts of me. Your wings that were broken from your mother's young passion is not what you are or should carry today. The times you were lost with impression and depression, the guilt that you held was not yours for the taking. That was hers, and it's still hers. She had no knowledge of her own self-worth and will carry that through you till you break free of that curse. She'll continue to beat you up with the good days forget, but the bad days she'll welcome as time will invest. The most deep, dark secrets and hopes you won't heal because she's alone. She's alone in her darkest, most filthy encore. She left you unsure when you searched for love, but a love that was never a part of the person you were. See, each time she felt anger, she beat you up at relief. She never learned how to suppress from the grief, and with sticks and the stones made you feel so alone. From your adolescent age to adulthood, were prone to be unloved and beaten and made as depressed. And the more you expressed that, the more she felt rest. But I see you with a heart of pure gold, and the more you grow old, the more she fights for control. Yes, she was labeled a mother at birth, and that's true. But the absolute person she detests, it's not you. You're a mirror that she can look in every day to reveal. The pain that she carries, she brings out her truth, and she blames, and so you feel like she hates you. In the deep and the dark, in the night where it's hard to see the light, that infrared beam you thought was so bright was a depiction of mourn, more like a picture of scorn, embedded for you to carry through life, kept you torn. Your mission was different, though, than most, but sufficient. You are significant. The glory I get from your strength and remission. But what I see in you from your Father in Christ is the most precious being, just filled with my light. And as you pray and you drop to your knees, and each day and each way, you reveal who you are. Walk with me. I'm your Father, your Creator. You've lived your life full of fury, but you can't find peace in darkness, so through the rain comes the glory. I promise to you in a plea to hold tight onto Jesus the Christ, the one true, the true unending love that I gifted to and through you. So now I attest. I allow you to rest. Lay your head on my chest and cry as loud as you can, because life is so full of demands. These negative feelings, they don't come from me. The sadness began from the age of 2, 3, but the growth from the story you tell will just help. And the picture you have in your mind, it's not guilt. And when the rain subsides then, as you break through the flesh, you will see me arise in the sound of your breath, and I will continue to hold you and heal. No more do you need to appeal the mask. Girl, take off your mask. Find your pure as the cane. And I promise one day soon you will break through them chains. I adore all the struggles you beat, and I bless you from the top of your head to your feet. I love you, and I want you to love anyway. Allow me to turn this around today. My Jesus, my brother, my love in the Spirit, my Father, my God, please don't let me grow weary. I'm tired and torn, and sometimes I wish I weren't born. But through you, I've come a long way to the truth. All the pain and abuse can now stop in its tracks. I'm perfect. You said that. I believe in the face of adverse, in the place of my worth, I found trust through this curse. The inconsistent feelings of who, what I am, through the beatings and bruises, the brokenness stands. But it doesn't take hold in my innermost self anymore. My Father, I know you're my core. I realized that my life, all the tragic despite what the plan might have been now, is part of the fight that I needed to see to find life would drive me to help and to speak truth in situations of fear. I'm sorry, my God, that it took me so long to forgive and to forget, and I know she was wrong. The torment I took out on those closest to me, but especially me. The demons that drove me to such a dark place when existence for me, it didn't make any sense. I was frozen in time when more than one sip of wine would just take that away was my thought. But that had to stop. I would cry in the night, and the day I would sleep with no motivation to live this life just for me. God, I felt your embrace at every age of my time. From an infant to each stage, you fought with me. Saw you look in my eyes, and the tears started pouring from you just like me. In that moment, I knew. At that moment, I felt. In that time, I rebuilt. And so now, I can rest in you and myself. But the truth is, I can rest in you. I am good enough, perfect, well beyond ages. And the wisdom starts with your word made of strength. And the fight that I fought, you fought with me in stages, engaged and enraged. And you loved her too along that way. She's not going to change. But I found the truth in each moment with you, with each torment and blue type of feeling that grew to find love for her anyway, and for life and for all. And I promise you, God, I won't run anymore. I feel like I'm safe to just be in my present. I understand now that we all have our life lessons, and fair is not fair for us all, but we grow. And just knowing I'm not alone now, or not ever, my goal is forever to make myself better, to make myself seen, to be the best me, to share and to testify just how real you seem, how authentic you truthfully are in my life, and to change and to motivate your great love for all time. I no longer feel pain. Anger starts to subside. Rain turns to sunshine. Storms don't last anymore. No longer I trust in humanity, so no longer I'm broken down, lost from you, no. I can start to see greatness, success, happiness. I take my relationships real and find love. Through the difficult, lost, and oppressed, I'm still blessed. I found worth in my spirit, my mind, and my soul. I found vision and purpose, embrace how I was born. I can forgive and forget the fault, but I still don't ignore. So I got second chances through time and times two. I respect and rely, God, in no one but you. So the last piece of this puzzle I own called myself. Through all of the bad decks of cards I was dealt, I hold no remorse, just live life through the courses of life, knowing that the next season is new, knowing I can always depend upon you. There's no larger scale of a gift to inherit. I know how to live life with you in my spirit. I take each day as a promise that you will provide. I can look in the mirror and no longer I hide. So prideful yet humbled to be in your grace. I don't feel like I can't be good enough now. Not ever again. I need to drop down on my hands and my knees just to speak and be heard. I am once again to serve you in this world. You win, so I win. There's nothing left to defend. I'm at peace with my past, and now I'm my best friend. I can see my worth. Hurt doesn't penetrate first. My strength comes from pain, sunshine from the rain. I could put on the fight, knowing who's by my side. With no section of pride, I spread my wings and I fly. Why? Because now I am alive. Thank you for letting me share.